Breaking late this afternoon, the Kimberly-Clark Corporation announces its plans for a facility coming to Warren. The company, which was one of the world's leading manufacturers of personal care and hygiene products, will establish an $800 million advanced manufacturing facility. Joining us here now to go over the impact to our area is President and CEO of the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber, Guy Coviello. Thank you so much for taking the time, Guy.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, this is a massive facility expected to bring almost 500 jobs to the area. So how much of an economic impact could this bring to our region?
Yeah, so this is significant. This is probably the biggest announcement that we've had since Altium Cells in 2020. And as we know, Altium Cells is now the largest employer in Trumbull County. So 500 jobs, probably approaching $800 million or $100 million in annual payroll. In redeveloping the former brownfield site. So another indication that we are definitely on an upward swing.
Yeah, and Kimberly-Clark's board of directors, they met Thursday to approve this project following the Ohio Tax Credit Authority's approval of that 10-year job creation tax credit. Wondering, was the Valley up against a lot of contenders? Who were the other states involved, and what was maybe the selling point?
So there's always stiff competition for projects like this, and certainly Community North Carolina was very much on Kimberly-Clark's radar. But Ohio came together, the Mahoning Valley came together, and we put together the package that was right. And I think that there's confidence in our ability to provide the workforce and the housing for that workforce, and that's a big area of our focus right now, to make sure that we are ready in 2 years or so when the lights get turned on.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the housing, because we're now going to be the home for these employees at this place. So can you describe the types of jobs and the level of pay that will be offered, and maybe what some of the skill sets will be needed for some of the jobs that they're going to be trying to hire for?
Yeah, so we're talking about advanced manufacturing. So, it's not what our fathers were used to when it comes to factory work. Certainly some higher level skill set, engineers and so forth, but definitely opportunities for our community that more and more we're finding out that our young ones don't need to leave to be successful career wise. So we're talking probably 85,000 annual salary and high-tech manufacturing. So we're very much looking forward to this changing the landscape here.
Yeah, this could really grow that tax base, like you said. And could the project also attract other companies or suppliers to the area as well?
I think that's very important. When you look at how so many different organizations came together, the different communities that straddle this property, organizations like Lake to River and the Western Reserve Port Authority, Jobs Ohio, State of Ohio, when all these can come together and pull off a project of this magnitude, it sends a message to site selectors everywhere that we are a business-friendly community. So we look forward to more announcements in the future.
And we're seeing some companies onshore production here in the U.S. due to tariffs. Is this as a result of that, or would you say they were just looking for another home base in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I go back actually to COVID, and I call it the COVID calibrated economy. It was COVID that exposed flaws in the global supply chain, and companies need to manufacture here more to prevent the problems we had during COVID. And so we are seeing a lot of the benefit of that happening throughout Ohio, but especially here in the Mahoning Valley.
All right, President and CEO of the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber, Guy Coviello, thank you for taking the time to join us right here at 5.
Thank you. Have a great night.